Zal is your host. He's a CME Group floor trader. He's been actively scalping the market for about 25 years or so. We're going to be focusing on Sal's price action trading methodology, starting out with his proprietary scalping levels. He's going to give his levels out pretty close to the cash open. Right now it's 9:18 a.m. on January 11th, 2021. Everything we do here is for educational purposes only. Nothing is to be taken as direct trading advice. You're trading between you and your broker at your own risk. So if you're new, just coming in, put up an S&P 500 E-mini chart. Prepare to receive Sal's levels when he gives them out. He does set them pretty close to the cash open for a reason. The reason is that that's where he believes the market starts to gel a little bit and he can set his levels for the morning trade. Remember, these are his proprietary scalping levels. These are, I don't know, worth their weight in gold. I don't know if that's the right term. Maybe worth their weight in Bitcoin for the moment. You know what? It's interesting. I've been around for a while and I've seen this movie before. I'm not quite sure how this one's going to end, but usually it ends poorly. But you just don't know these days. Everything seems to be up in the air and a little crazy. So Judy comes on pretty close to the cash open. So right now it's 9:19 a.m. 9:19 a.m. or 9:20 a.m. Eastern time. The cash it opens at 9:30. So right around the bell, a little bit before the bell, he comes on. That's when he is staging his levels for the trading day for himself, and he gives them out to everybody in audio. If you're coming in from the outside, come in to the inside in Zoom. Hey Sands, I haven't heard from you. I'm gonna unfortunately I think the AI is gonna come in and get you. See the countdown on you, so you got to make sure that you speak up. Hey Chad, good morning. Hey Chad, let me know a good time today. I want to set you up. You can talk directly with Saul. You guys can move your stuff forward. And good morning and welcome. I was looking for you on Friday, but I didn't. I know you said you had an appointment. That's for Chad B. So again, we're getting ourselves set up. Usually we would say on the CMB Group trading floor in Chicago, right? So Sans S. What to do, Sans S? Hey Timothy V. Ray F. Good morning. Hey Timothy. Hey EN. Is it ENAR or is it ENAN? That's actually pretty funny because I think I either thought it was an N after the R. So this is price action trading with Saul. If you're new and you're just coming in, And Shad, is that, did you say Eastern time? Or is that, just let me know if it's Eastern time or another time zone. I think it's another time zone. Texas Central, that's right. Okay, great. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's funny because you're coming in as ZNAR, which is fine, as long as I know who everybody is. All right. Unfortunately, we're going to have one victim to the AI at the moment. Don't get caught up in that. So, Sands, if you get, I see the countdown on you. If you aren't paid, then you can't stay. And I'd like you to stay, but we're not getting any feedback from you at all. So, got about 15 seconds here. Obviously, I want you to stay, so it's if we don't hear from you, it's automatic, So try to find the chat. I've been calling out to you for half an hour or so. This seems to be a repeat situation. So I'm going to send out to everybody the opportunity to sign up for Sol's Monthly. It's $25 a week. If you've done it already, no worries. Out to everybody now. Sorry, Sands. We'll see you on the flip side. So be prepared to write Sol's levels down. We'll go through the morning session together. Again, pay particular attention to how the market behaves on the open. Also, as the market ebbs and flows and Sol's levels come into play, Sol's commentary in and around those levels. Again, everything we do here is for educational purposes only. Nothing is to be taken as direct trading advice. You're trading between you and your broker at your own risk. If you haven't signed up for Sol's Monthly, do it. Grab the discount. Usually it's $379. Right now it's on for $100, so there's no reason not to do it.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Can everybody hear me all right? All right. Fantastic. Today is the 11th of January. Oh, I'm just moving right along here. My twin's birthday today. Good. 111. Always have to remember that. So that's good. So they're a year older. Yeah, send them a text this morning. All right, let's give you our levels for this morning. Of course, they're not around here, so they're gone. All right, our pivot this morning is 3780. Support below at 88. I'm sorry, resistance at 88, 96, 3804, 11, 21. Support below at 63, 53, 42, 32, and 23. Pivot 3780, support at 63, 53, 42, 32, and 23. Resistance on the upside at 88, 96, 3804, 11, and 21. All right, we can see here we have gapped a little lower here due to the oh, I don't know, Twitter's down, coronavirus numbers are at all-time highs. That keeps getting to be a problem. One of the Democrats suggested that that they don't want to have one Democrat senator. Was it a senator? Yeah, much. He suggested that he doesn't think there should be another stimulus, so that scared or spooked the market overnight. And we have drifted down into this little area here. And we're opening up on our lows, so we'll see what happens. May have a little profit taking too. I mean, sure, that's the reason. If you look at the chat box area, the numbers are in the chat box area for us. In case you were looking for it, we are trading mini S&Ps here. We are looking to take advantage of ebbs and flows of the market. We don't believe the markets go straight up or straight down. Consequently, we're looking for those inflection points that give us an opportunity to scalp the market. Dependent on volatility, we're looking to get 2 to 3 points on our trades. I think with this lower volatility, because where we're opened up here, maybe you're looking to extend your stops here a little bit, just to take care of some of the slippage that might occur. Again, it's part of the business here of trading. You have to understand the volatility involved and adjust to the market conditions. Sometimes it's a little bit more tighter market. Sometimes the volatility is greater, and so you have to constantly always adjust to what the market is telling us. And that's today, because of this opening up a little bit lower, it's created a little bit of volatility, I would think. So keep that in mind if you're trading, and if it's too much, the volatility is a little bit too great, then just kind of be patient a little and wait for things to settle. And always things always settle. But we are here to scalp the market. That's what we're trying to do here. Relatively, well, when volatility comes in there, it's a little bit higher risk because of the stops. But for the most part, if we're doing about 2 to 3 point stops, it's kind of whatever regular is, right? And it's not so bad. All right. All right. Market is kind of opened up here, kind of a little quiet. See where it wants to go, how it wants to do it. As we, again, the first couple of bars a little bit more tenuous as the bond market continues to downtick here, as the threat of inflation continues to be worrisome over the market. And that is a overriding factor for bond market down to a 68 handle here. And again, we could have a little inverse trade. I mean, usually you don't see bonds and S&Ps lower. Again, be a little bit careful with this first couple bars this morning. They definitely always add some more volatility to the market. If we could repeat the numbers in the chat box for us. There they are. Thank you. As we push here, continue to push a little bit. Again, like I said, be a little bit careful. Bonds a little bit lower on the lows, kind of creating a little bit of maybe a tug, and we opened up so much lower also. So fair warning there against the 88. And that happens. I mean, sometimes we do get a nice little bounce. Sometimes we don't at all. All dependent on the on the volatility and also at the time of day, right? I mean, there's more volatility in the first few minutes of the day because everybody starts trading and this and that. So sometimes the market reacts with a little bit more enthusiasm, volatility, volume, whatever you want to call it. And then other things do trade more sustainable after that. But either way, maybe a little bit of warning there against the 88. And sometimes you just have to understand that it is what it is. See, global assets are being pausing for the first time this year. The dollar is leading movers and strong movers overnight. UK regulators warn Bitcoin investors could lose everything, and it's off for more than 20% from the peak. 20% on Thursday. We'll get more details on the $1 trillion plan for spending and potentially how we'll pay for it if we are to. That's funny. So when's that supposed to be? Thursday, they say. I guess Biden will come up with a new plan. General themes remain the same. Transition to fiscal policy in the United States, reflation globally, the impact of to risk parity from financial policy is ultimately negative. We've seen that in the U.S. yields and now gold after Friday, but equities remain beneficially into Friday. So obviously you get a little fear of inflation coming back into the market. I don't know. I guess because you're getting more fiscal policy, but again, it's all, it is what it is. At this moment in time, I think you almost have to. As we float back up here to our pivot here, maybe that's that 88 area. Again, a little bit choppy, first couple bars, always a little bit tenuous. And this is what's going on here. We got up to the 94-ish area. We had 96. Anyway, in that little range there. So we're getting a little bit choppy. Again, patience. Sometimes, you have the market sometimes gives us some nice, easy opportunities. Sometimes we have to be patient and wait for them. Again, we are let the market kind of dictate what we're trying to do. And we are more market forced than anything else. We kind of let the market gives us entry points, reasons to sell through, reasons for momentum trades, reasons to scalp it off of support resistance. And so we kind of let the market kind of dictate what we're supposed to be doing. Welcome to some of the new folks that are in here. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. We gave out our levels this morning. If somebody can put the levels in the chat box one more time. These are levels we're going to be using as a guide. And then there's price action opportunities that occur once the market paints some bars. So we use the combination of both to give us opportunities to trade. All right, it's getting a little bit trying to decide what it wants to do. We opened up a little higher, gave a little bit of a kind of a fake rally, and we would have liked to get it up to 96, but we just got up to 94 area. I would be a little bit careful around the 96 now too, maybe a little bit higher. We have to adjust to what the market is telling us. Always. as it's trying to decide what it wants to do from this little level here, which way it wants to go. All right, let's see. There is no economic reports at this morning, so nothing is going to really affect us fundamentally. Can we post the levels one more time, please, in the chat box area? There they are. As we slowly float back down here to our pivot area. Again, market's kind of just bouncing around here, trying to figure out what it wants to do. And we could be patient with it until it gives us a clear indication of something. We had 96 up there, got up to the 94, almost 94 area, and then count came off. All right, let's see here what other, until we market can tell us what to do. Let's see. Consumer Electronics Show kicks off today, the big industry event for consumer technology companies that normally held in Vegas. The show is always being dazzling display of the latest innovations, but it takes place virtually this year due to the coronavirus pandemic. While over 170,000 attendees interacted with more than 4,000 exhibitors in 2020. This year's program will feature around 2,000 vendors. The cost is also low for exhibitors, with most paying $1,200 to display their wares without the inflated rates of staying and setting up shop in Vegas. What are the organizers doing to recreate the experience? There's going to be a big fight for attention in cyberspace. So CES has introduced a sort of avatar, which with which attendees can have a digital presence. They'll be able to virtually walk around the room. Oh gosh, full of startups where they can check in to interact. Portals referred to as digital activations. Wow, this is kind of cool. The show will also feature a wide variety of keynotes and roundtable talks, a mainstay of CES for decades. We are just kind of bouncing around here. There's a little bit of volatility, but nothing to give us any kind of entry points for us right now, which is fine. We have to just be a little bit patient. If you did take the 88, you obviously had to take a little bit of heat on that trade. Probably would have had to put on the 96 as well if you did, because it kind of ran through it right away. Again, you have to adjust to the market conditions. I keep saying that there's no one right way of doing this, right? You have to trade smaller when the markets are a little bit more active, and that way you can extend your stops a little bit to take into consideration the extra spillage that'll come with the volatility. Companies are going to pitch a lot of tech to help people cope with the pandemic life. Be on the lookout for high-tech masks, smart air purifiers, and devices to make working from home easier, while home entertainment vendors will be pitching the latest TV, QLED micro LED of 4,000 to 8,000 to the public that is still stuck in the living room, stuck at home. As we continue to kind of just bounce around here. And there are also set to be a number of announcements from the electric vehicle space, blockchain, and 5G arena. There you go. All right, market is kind of just bouncing around both sides of our blue band, a little bit of a range, even though it might be a big range, but still a little bit of a range as it's trying to figure out what it wants to do, where it wants to go. It opened up a little bit lower here based on some uh, senator that's concerned about the uh, issuance of more stimulus, a Democratic senator, also the coronavirus situation, also Twitter opening up a little bit lower over the weekend. And so you have these components coming in here and the after effect of what's going to happen in Washington. Always something new. This weekend began with Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat permanently banning and silencing President Trump, but the actions quickly spread across the communications and tech space. The top app stores from Apple and Google, as well as Amazon, web hosting services kicked out Parler, a free speech platform that has grown into popularity among conservatives and to which many banned users were expected to migrate. While we are a tech company taking action now, the firm cited risks of violence and repeated and severe violations of their policy following the storming of the Capitol Hill, which led to 5 deaths, including one police officer. They might also be foreseeing scrutiny risks if there was a follow-up to the violence, that social media companies could be held responsible by the incoming Biden administration. Bigger picture, while the measures taken are legal, private firms aren't subject to the First Amendment. They highlight more starkly than ever the company's influence over the public speech and online conversation. Many of the big tech giants own the keys to the pipes and plumbing of the internet, and without these services, many users may be forced to find another provider that will see less interactions among the broad variety of views. This could force many users into like-minded echo chambers that could reinforce their own beliefs and further polarize the political landscape, but the alternative of no moderation could be just as scary. So basically, they're saying it's a no-win situation. All right, market is kind of just got a little bit of a range here. Again, 84 to 90 area, just kind of just trying to figure out what it wants to do, how it wants to extend or not, one way or the other. Kind of just be patient and wait for the opportunities. All right, still stuck in this range. On the upside here, we have 96, but I would probably look more about the 98 area, just as only because we got up to 90, almost 94 last time, so it becomes a little bit more tenuous here. Again, we can only take what the market tells us, so we have to adjust. And some adjusting is the entry point, some other adjusting is not to trade the level at all because it's too much risk. As long as you understand the risk involved, I try to explain it to you. Like I said, the 88 probably is a little bit too tenuous because of the time factor when it occurred. And there's reasons to trade and there's reasons not to trade. And everybody's different. Everybody's risk tolerances are different. So doesn't mean that somebody will take it and somebody won't take it. It just means that you have to understand what risk tolerance you are as an individual and then adjust accordingly. That's always the important factor here. As we're still mired in this little range, 90 area, back down here. A little nervous this market is. Decent volume, so we'll see. We'll see which way it wants to go. And if you're going to trade the range, just make sure you keep your stops in. And if you're trading the range, seem to be working, at least for the time being. Not a recommended idea because as soon as it breaks out, sometimes we don't get out fast enough and the stops get triggered. So it becomes a little bit of a, when you get it, how many times you do it, et cetera, et cetera. But if you are doing it, and again, it's not like not everybody's doing it. They all see what's happening, and some of our traders are doing it. So I'm just here to kind of point it out and just kind of let each individual trader make their own decision. That's why we don't have this this concept here where everybody asks me, "Oh, what's your record?" I mean, how many times did some traders here trade this range? Some did, some didn't, some are, some aren't. So consequently, it's very, it's really not the right question, especially in this industry, because everybody's different. There's more, uh, everybody can see things a little bit different, and we just kind of guide you along, and you find the trades that suit your risk tolerance, which is very important. Like I said, because not everybody's the same. So some people will take more risks, some people won't. That's okay. Again, if anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask. If you have the chat box area up, we're going to reprint the levels for us. If you could put them up there one more time, I appreciate it. And there they are in the chat box area. Yes, that does mean that I'm not trading from the beach. Yes, I don't. First of all, my beach is frozen, so not. Maybe your beach is nice and sunny, but not mine. Since you're in California, you probably have to go to the beach in a bubble these days just to stay safe. How much fun is that? All right, as you can see here, we range bound again. So anything below 80, you definitely don't want to be long. On the upside, anything above 92, you don't want to be short until we snap out of this little range that we're in. Bubble or buy the dips. Nearly $170 billion was wiped out of cryptocurrency market in 24 hours as Bitcoin slumped as much as 20% to 34,000 after a huge rally. And some profit taking from investors. Other cryptocurrencies are selling off as well. Some other technical charting points point to a 25 to 30% sell-off that's likely to hit early in the new year. Oh, we're here. This guy's great. It tells you after the fact that he expects that. Yeah, who knows how you could trade that. That's very crazy. So think about it. A 20% push to the downside would mean a 750 point roughly dip in the S&Ps in a day. That's nuts, right? Well, thank God that market is not as big here, because they only lost 170 billion. Here would be, God, maybe 20 times that if that happened in the S&Ps. Guessing. All right, was kind of just range bound here. Anybody have any questions? Please feel free to ask them in the chat box area. I have that window up, so I'll be able to see it, answer it for you. We are trading mini S&Ps here. We're trying to take advantage of ebbs and flows of the market. We're trying to let the market kind of dictate what we're going to do, how we're going to do things. We gave out levels that are in the chat box area, and we use those plus price action opportunities that occur once the market paints some bars. You can see price action right now is this little range we're in, but there's also other price action opportunities that occur by momentum trades and this and that we kind of let the market kind of dictate other support and resistance levels, but those all occur once the market paints some bars and plays itself out once the market opens up here at 8:30. So we have an influx of volume that comes in at 8:30, and that's because 8:30 is all Central Time. That's because the bigger S&P pit opens up at 8:30. Obviously, because of COVID, the big S&P pit is not opening up at 8:30, but most of the volume does wait till 8:30, and most of the traders do wait till 8:30 to start trading, and that does occur kind of for that reason. And that's okay as long as we understand why it's happening and can adjust again to the market. That's good. All right, so again, there we talked about not being short there above 92 on that was kind of a little buy opportunity for us. If you did maybe buy again, we had to wait for the market to kind of set itself up for us for this momentum trade there. If you got above the 92, we said you don't want to be short. Consequently, it's also a buying opportunity up to our 96 area. So if you did get long there, you're going to take some profits here. And like I said, probably adjust a little bit higher, maybe up to 98 on this 96 opportunity, but definitely take profits here if you did get long above the 92. Again, you have to let the market kind of tell you what was going to happen. And we always like to let the market kind of dictate. So what they did was they flushed it down there, and they got everybody a little bit short. Again, I don't know why you would have got short, but they did get some traders short. And then they flushed it back up here quickly as they hit the stops. So that little push to the downside created momentum going up. And that's where we're at here against up here against this 96 area. Again, if you did get in, if you got in on the upper end there, you quickly got 2 points on the trade here. If you were long, that's where you wanted to get out. And then if you adjusted a little bit, maybe up here at the 98 area, or seems to be holding this 96. So it's one of those things that everybody's different. Remember, I keep saying that everybody's got a little bit different risk tolerance, and consequently, some will take it, some won't. Some will adjust, some won't. Some got long, some didn't. So it's one of those things where all I can do is put it out there, and what we try to do in our education course is for you to be able to find these opportunities on your own, to understand why they happen. I try to explain to you, like I just did, why I think the kind of market kind of ran through the 92 area, and maybe it was a better buying opportunity. And so you have to make those decisions on your own. But I try to point them out to you. I try to teach them to you. That's what we're trying to do here. You can take all these technical analysis and kind of put it into a methodology of trading so that you can be profitable for the most part. Not every day, because this is trading. That doesn't happen every day. If I told you we make money every day, I would be lying to you. But it's not what we're trying to do here. We're trying to be profitable over the course of a week, over the course of a month, so on and so forth. So that's what we're trying to do here. And we're always at the mercy of the market, volatility, lack of, more, and it also is always a guiding post for us. All right, again, market is getting a little bit, again, using this 96 area as some good resistance. Again, it gave you a good quick scalp there if you got into the top end of the range. Top end meaning, we scale into our position, sometimes a point above and below, sometimes more, depending on volatility. It got up to the 97 area and then bounced off of it. You got quick 2.5, 3 points off of that level if you adjusted. Again, everybody's dependent on how they entered and how you didn't. That's fine. But everybody's a little bit different. I get it. But it was a little bit of a buy there above the 92, just like there would be a little bit of a sell there below 80. Can we repeat the numbers one more time for my... Did you survive the snow over the weekend there, Don? Don lives in Texas, and they were expecting snow in Texas. And he wanted me to help him out there, send him some shovels and maybe a couple snowsuits. He wanted to make sure he was ready to go play in the snow. Oh, he didn't get any snow. So borderline, and he didn't get any snow. That's too bad. Like I always tell you, you're more than welcome to hop over to Chicago. You can see some hanging out on my front lawn there. Oh, I'm so excited for you. I even heard it on the news that they were expecting snow in Texas, and I was like, oh my gosh. Don will not know what to do with all that snow on the ground there in Texas. Have you ever seen snow falling? It's very pretty. As long as it's not a blizzard, it's very pretty. He has. All right. Well, I'm glad you're okay and everything. The snow missed you. I can't imagine snow coming down in Texas. I just definitely. I guess it does happen, but All right, we definitely bouncing off of the 96 area here. So that held very nicely. Again, if all I did was try to tell you to get it maybe a little bit higher entry point, maybe 98, but we got up to 97 and then broke off. So the adjustment had to be the upper end of the range there. And what do I mean by that is we scale into our trades and the trade, let's say we have 96, for example. So some traders trade a point above and below the level, 95, 97, because we're not, if it gets more volatile, maybe you're doing a point and a half above and below the level. Again, all dependent on volatility and the fact that we also have to sometimes increase our stops based on or due to the volatility that's incurred in the market. And the volatility is different day to day. And right now we are probably point and a half, 2 point area of entry points in our against our levels. It might seem like a lot, but the volatility is there and the opportunity is there that we can get 4 to 5 point rotations on our trades as well. So, but it also keeps us in the game from the slippage that occurs against the level or against the volatility. So that's what we're doing here. All right, we're just kind of, again, came up here, kind of just hanging. Our 96 level was a area where we took some profits there if you did buy them against the 92 on the way back up. And it did give us a little bit of rotation here off of the 92 down to 94. 90, going up to 97, came back down here to 94. Not exactly 5 points, but given what the market is giving us, you got to take some profits. Again, if you're trading multiple contracts, you trade accordingly. And looks like it wants to try to continue to uptick here. Next level of the upside we have is the 3804 area. Again, good time to ask questions when things are a little bit kind of slowish. I mean, we've taken a couple trades here. If you're a range trader, range bound trader, you got a few more trades there. If you have a little buying opportunity there above the 92, we had a little resistance here against our 96.7 area. And now we are just kind of just hanging. So there have been a couple opportunities here, giving the relatively slow. I mean, it is kind of moving around, but it's kind of slow at the same time as far as opportunity is concerned. But there have been a couple here and there. We're just kind of hanging up here at these highs, trying to determine what we're going to do next. Again, we had a couple opportunities there coming up here, and now we're just kind of hanging. We are at the mercy of volatility. Again, if anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask them in the chat box area. We are trying to take advantage of ebbs and flows of the market. We're looking for scalping opportunities. Right now, 3 to 4 points, I'd say now, just because of the. I thought it'd be a little bit more movement, but it's kind of quiet-ish. All right, seems like we're kind of maybe flagging here a little bit. As long as we stay above the 92. What does that mean, Judy? Oh, well, no problem. All right, we are range bound here, as you can tell. We did not get below the 92 there. So kind of held the low end of that range. No problem there, Ron. Hope you can join us again. And again, if we are set anything below 92 out of any long, so if you were looking to a little bit of a buy there, you had a little entry point there, you can use the market to kind of give you entry points based on your exit strategy. So that's one way of doing it. Again, these are the levels that we've given out earlier, and they're in the chat box area. And again, we are always, we are at the mercy of volatility and market movement. Consequently, we have to be a little bit patient and wait for the opportunities to present themselves. Again, let the market kind of dictate what we're trying to do. All right, you take care there, Mark. Say hello to the young lady. Again, we said that the exit strategy would be below the 92, and we got down to 93 and change here. So you could have maybe scalped there, and you had your exit strategy. Like I said, sometimes you need your exit strategies to give you an opportunity to find your entry point. And right now, we're just kind of being patient and waiting for market to kind of do something. Yeah, we're just kind of very quiet here. It looks like if we get above the even area there, could maybe make a run up to our 04 area. Again, we're trying to right now keep you a little bit long here, looking for a push up to the 04 area, so we can above even a little bit of a buying opportunity. Again, you got to take some profits along the way here, but we're the target here would be the 04 area. It's sure the pivot this morning is 37.80, 37.80, and resistance at 88.96, 38.04, 11, and 21. Support below at 63, 53, 42, 32, and 23. And trying to keep you a little bit long here. You got to take some profits, right? We got up to above 02. You take some, you got to peel some contracts off. If you have multiple contracts, if you're trading this one, then you just, just take your couple points that the market gives you and move on. If you're trading multiple contracts, you obviously take some profits and you hope we get to the 04, but you got to take some profits along the way. All right, we continue to uptick here again. I'm trying to keep you a little bit long here above the even area. They give you another chance to buy it down there. I'm going to rotate it down. Trying to keep you a little bit long here, looking for the 04 area. All right, again, we are trying to keep you a little bit long here, looking up here for the 04 area. Hopefully you're able to take some profits along the way. Got you along there above the even area. Thought we'd be a little bit more busy this morning, but definitely not not so busy. But giving us some good opportunities. Market's been not crazy either, so that's kind of good. All right, seems like we've gotten up here. Obviously, the 04 there got right up to 3.25. Obviously, it's a little bit more tenuous than it was a little while ago, but also we were trying to keep you long there from the even area for a while now. And if you did that, then you did okay. And now we're just kind of floating back and forth here. Very, very quiet day. All right, market kind of turning over here a little against that. Well, we got up to against our 04 level there, got up to 3 and change, and then coming back down. Support right now would be around the 94, but anything below 92, well, anything below the 89 area, you want to be out of any longs. Again, we've tried to keep you long earlier. Time factor there, obviously you're going to have to take some profits along the way, and also the fact that we tried a couple times to extend there, couldn't do it. Hopefully you were able to exit. We do have a time factor of on our trades here when we get into something, but hopefully you're able to take a good chunk of that push above even. We didn't get to 04, but we definitely got up to 03, and I always suggested that you take some profits along the way. And now we're kind of flat here. Support would be around 92, anything below 88, 88, I would say, out of any longs. Again, patience is very important in this business. So you have to wait for the market to kind of give you the opportunity. Can't go chasing them. Every time we go chasing, it doesn't really bode too well for us. Hi there, Peter. Let's see. Yeah, today would be all right. Today at 12 sounds like a good time to have our next opportunity, our class.
Hey, a couple quick programming notes. For those that are just joining us, welcome to Price Action Trading with Saul in the S&P 500 E-mini. We start here at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Right now it's 10:57 a.m. Eastern Time. It is a Monday, January 11th, 2021. Everything we do is for educational purposes only. Nothing is to be taken as direct trading advice. Your trading is done between you and your broker at your own risk. This service is broken up into 3 stages. One is a guest, so welcome guests. As a guest, you get to receive the same thing that monthly subscribers receive. You receive Saul's levels and his commentary, and you're able to interact with him during the trading morning. So make sure you come in and put up an S&P 500 E-mini chart. Be ready for the trading morning. Saul gives his levels out at around pretty close to the cash open. So we open up at 9 a.m. Saul sets his levels around 9:30, right around the cash open. Then we go through the morning session together. This is an opportunity for you to really buckle down and learn price action trading. Saul has classes that he does with students. So it's guest, monthly membership, and then the opportunity to be part of Saul's mentoring in his coursework. So as you go through the cycle with us, don't hesitate to ask. So I send out to everybody, and I did it this morning, and I'll send it out to everybody again. It's a real discounted rate to be part of Saul's monthly. Usually it's $379. Right now it's on for $100. So I'll give that out to you now. It's going out to everybody. So take the time to review it. If you haven't signed up for it, take the time to do it now. Hey, Fred, apologies about that. When Saul does his class, he exits some people that maybe not by their computer. If that happens, you go into the area in Zoom where we have to authorize you back. And it was my fault. I should have done it this morning early so that you were able to come right in this morning. So apologies for that. Hey, Chad, I'm going to ring you up right now. I had a quick question for you, and then I know that. Hey, Saul, you there?
Yeah, what's up?
Okay, good. I just want to let you know Saul is part of your class now.
Solace?
No, Chad. I said Saul. Hey, Saul, you're part of the class. That makes
Yeah,
sense,
hey,
right?
that's
Or
good to
Saul,
know.
or how about Saul? You have class.
I do have a class.
No, you have class.
I have class today, yes.
Yes.
And then
So
it's
anyway,
class.
so Chad has joined you in your
Okay,
class. So I wanted to set up a time for him to talk to you on the phone
okay.
sometime today. There's some times that I'm just trying to think of timing. Hold on a second. He had written out something earlier, and I just wanted to catch it again. Review it again. And Chad, let me know if you're around. It was
The
earlier.
class, Judy, the class meets according to the time frame with, I work it out with their class, the individuals in the course. So it varies from week to week. Today, last week we had a couple classes. This week, we're going. It all depends on availability of myself plus our individuals. So today we're going to have a class at noon, starting at noon. But it varies dependent on availability of myself, and we focus in on teaching our students what to look for, kind of understand where we get these levels, how to find them yourself, to find the opportunity to recognize a trade, how to recognize a trade, how to get into it, how to get out of it, all that kind of stuff. So we kind of teach our methodology in our course.
So as far as Texas Central Time,
Which means I guess he's in Texas, right?
yeah. So he was
Right.
saying that from 1 to 2:30 today that he's got
He's
an
busy,
appointment. Yeah.
right? So, well, why don't you do this? Send me, text me his telephone number if you have it. If he's, and I'll give him a call.
Yeah,
I
I got it. I'll give it to you.
take a little
I'll
break
send it
this morning.
to you. Okay, good. I got to step out myself. I got a doctor's appointment, so I'll be back. Um, I did send out to everybody the opportunity to sign up for Solace Monthly, so take advantage of that. It's usually $3.79. It's on for 100. Don't get caught up in the AI when you're coming in and out and not paying. The
Judy, if you give us your
bot will talk
telephone
to you.
number, do you have Judy's telephone number? Only
Yeah,
Brad
I
and I.
do. I can.
Okay.
Why don't you just post it?
Yeah. Post your telephone number, and then Brad will give you a call. See if if you're interested in that. And only Brad and I can see the number. Yeah. Somebody else is from Texas. There, Don. How do you like that, huh? I'll find out what part of Texas. And if Chad's not in here, I don't think, because he's not answering us. But I'll try to find out which part of Texas he's in.
I think it's in Longhorn, Texas.
Longhorn, isn't that like this? That's the University of Texas, mascot, Longhorns.
Well, that's right next to 10-Gallon Hat, Texas.
Right, that's where Don is.
Yeah.
Got it. That's how much us Northerners know of Texas.
All right, Judy, no problem.
All right. Yeah, so text me the telephone number. I'll give him a call.
So also, if you see him pop in and you haven't gotten him yet, just welcome to the family.